Good morning and welcome to the Lakeside Viking News. I'm Sully and it's Tuesday, March 9th. Let's begin with today's brief LHS announcements. Now, a moment of silence. Thank you. Now to Ethan with today's daily news brief.
Hello there, Lakeside. Even though the schedule may be constantly changing, you can rest assured that I will always be here to tell you how bad it is somewhere else in the world. House Democrats are expected to pass this final version of a $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package on Tuesday, thus delivering on Democrats' campaign promises and commenting a major legislative victory for the Biden administration. President Biden lauded the Senate passage in remarks Saturday. The colossal package would bring a new round of payments to Americans still battling the economic impacts of the coronavirus pandemic. And it includes an increase to the child tax credit and an extension of supplemental and unemployment benefits through September 6th. Democrats are eager to get the final bill to Biden's desk for his signature before current federal unemployment benefits expire on March 14th. In a statement on Saturday, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said he expects the president to be able to sign the legislation early this week. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said on Saturday that the package, known as the American Rescue Plan, will save lives and livelihoods. But bipartisan support is unlikely. Republicans have roundly criticized the legislation and Democrats' strategy of going it alone in the Senate via the process of budget reconciliation to pass the package without any Republican support. Crowds of protesters brought the eyes of the nation back to Minnesota over the weekend as demonstrations took place in downtown Minneapolis, where the trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin is scheduled to begin Monday morning. Chauvin stands accused of killing George Floyd and faces charges including second-degree murder, second-degree manslaughter, and possibly third-degree murder. In the eyes of racial justice advocates across the globe, the outcome of Chauvin's trial will serve as a bellwether for whether or not police who kill can be held accountable. Potential jurors will be questioned first by Hennepin County Judge Peter Cahill and then by the attorneys Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison on behalf of the state and Eric Nelson in Chauvin's defense. The former officer was caught on video last May pinning his knee on the neck of George Floyd for nearly 9 minutes as he laid on the pavement in handcuffs. Chauvin was arrested 4 days later and initially charged with second-degree manslaughter and third-degree murder. Public outrage over the event grew in the days that followed, and Ellison, alleging that Chauvin had used an unauthorized restraint technique, added a second-degree murder charge. The former officer's most serious offense, it carries a prison sentence of no more than 40 years. But to get the charge to stick, the state will have to prove Chauvin killed Floyd. The George Floyd Justice and Policing Act of 2020 passed the House last week, which would make it easier to prosecute police misconduct cases, NPR previously reported. Last October, Cahill threw out Chauvin's third-degree murder charge, but a panel of appeals judges reversed the dismissal Friday. The U.S. is once again in the eye of the hurricane right now, according to epidemiologist Micah Osterholm. After months of devastation, it appeared things were heading in the right direction, with officials reporting several weeks of steep declines in COVID-19 cases and lowered hospitalization numbers. But now case declines have stopped and infection numbers plateaued at very high levels, with the U.S. averaging roughly 60,000 new cases daily in the past week. Multiple governors have eased COVID-19 safety measures, despite health officials' warnings. Spring break events are kicking off across the country, threatening the potential for further spread of the virus. Experts project that the country is about to see another dangerous COVID-19 spike, one that Osterholm says will be fueled by the B.1.1.7 variant, first spotted in the UK, and will come over the next 6 to 14 weeks. 4 weeks ago, the B.1.1.7 variant made up about 1 to 4% of the virus that we are seeing in communities across the country. Today, it's up to 30 to 40%. Osterholm, who is the director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, told NBC's Meet the Press on Sunday. From what we've seen in Europe, when we hit that 50% mark, you'll see cases surge, he said. And now to Miss Coberly with your Tech Tip Tuesday.
Hey everyone, this is Ms. Coberly here with this week's new Tech Tip Tuesday. As some students enter the building, we're going to focus today on how to use technology while you're at school And make sure you have everything that you need each day you arrive to be successful here while in the school building. This first tip is for those of you that bring your own device to school. And by your own device, I mean you use a computer that is not a DeKalb County Chromebook. You'll need to log on to the Wi-Fi manually if you have your own device. So the first thing that you'll do is open up your Wi-Fi settings. That will vary depending on your device, but mine's up here. Once you have opened your Wi-Fi settings, you want to select the Wi-Fi DCSD Guest, BYOD. So go ahead and click on that Wi-Fi. And as you see, it's working to connect. This is the Wi-Fi that you should use when you're using any sort of personal device, whether that is a computer, a tablet, or a cell phone. Now that you have selected the BYOD Wi-Fi or Bring Your Own Device network, a web browser will appear. First, underneath DeKalb Students and Employees, click here for access. So make sure to click on the blue text. Then, you'll be prompted to type in your S number, including the S, as well as your DeKalb County password. Then check the box to accept the terms of use, and finally click Log In. These instructions are for any personal device that you bring so that you may log on to the Wi-Fi network. Now you know how to log on to the network if you're using your personal device. If you have a DeKalb County Chromebook, don't worry, your device will automatically connect. As we re-enter the school building, it is very important that you charge your Chromebook overnight and that you also bring your charger to school. Keep in mind, your teachers will still be distributing assignments either via Verge or Google Classroom. So you still need to bring your laptop, Chromebook, whatever device you're using, and your charger to school every day. It's also important to bring a set of headphones. Your teacher may ask you to join in on your Teams meeting while here at school so that you can talk to your classmates. So make sure to bring your headphones, and specifically a set of headphones that are compatible with your device. Lastly, you've probably seen these QR codes everywhere around the school. If you haven't, you'll see them when you arrive. It's so important that you are able to scan a QR code. If you have an iPhone, you will open the camera, hover over the QR code, and click on the link that appears at the top of your screen. If you have an Android phone, your phone may or may not have this built-in function. So first, try opening your camera and scanning the QR code by hovering over it and clicking on the link that appears. If the link doesn't appear, don't worry. Just head to the Google Play Store and search QR code scanner, then download one of those free apps there. Now open the app that you have downloaded, hover over the QR code, and follow the instructions there to get to the link. You'll be asked to scan QR codes often, so make sure you know how to use one. All right, that's it, guys. So I look forward to seeing you either here in the school building or virtually through Teams, and I hope you guys have a great day.
That's it for today's Lakeside Viking News. I hope you have a terrific Tuesday.